Here's the story of my success. Figured maybe you cucks could learn a thing or two. I am the highest ranking Tard Guard in my district. They called me Spaz Stopper Tard Dropper the Great. It wasn't always like this, though. I was always the big, strong kid who didn't have much of a brain. Everyone told me I wouldn't be much of anything, and that's where they were wrong. I landed the job as a Tard Guard mostly 'cause my uncle was the principal, but it would be the job I am best suited for. The most devious Tards from all around the district got sent to this one maximum security school. I was the muscle man who enforced the law. In order to be Chief Tard Guard, you need more than just muscle. You gotta think how a Tard thinks. You gotta put yourself in their shoes and think, what would I do if I was a Tard? People laughed at me 'cause I was slow. But it was the tortoise that won the race. Then came the Tard Uprising. One day the janitor loses his keycard. Wrangler Security thinks nothing of it 'cause he's old and forgetful. I'm not on my usual patrol today, I'm just chilling at the front desk. Elevator opens. A Tard squad of about 15 storm out of the elevator towards me. Literally shit my pants. What the fuck, are they coordinating attacks now? The first Tardite comes at me like a drunken sailor, screaming something about tendies. I got into my best crouching tiger pose and swung at him just like my dad used to do to me. I yelled, "I wish my mom got custody," as I swung. Dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Feels good, man. .png. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm so pumped with adrenaline I don't give a fuck. Their leader Tard, James, looks visibly annoyed. 2 Tardites flanked both sides of me, while one with a broken broomstick rushed me. I do a Street Fighter leg sweep and clip his shin. He's a wuss, so he falls. The one on my left screams, "No more grape juice for you!" and they charge. Remember my training, up, down, BAX. Quickly backstep, and both Tards run head-on into each other. I rip my pants, delivering a jump kick to the temple of one Tard that started tap dancing. Not bad. I bounce back and forth, screaming, "Sting like a butterfly, float like a bee!" I punch the air and do a summoning jujitsu hand sign I learned from Naruto. Just a little intimidation for whatever punk makes the mistake of challenging me next. James is at the back giving commands to his army. He says, "If you don't beat it on, I'm taking all the grape juice." Most of the Tard squad process the consequences, except the big one. He waits a few seconds in silence. This Tard is loading like a PlayStation. Finally gets it and tells me, "You go down, big boy." The colossal Tard yells, "Go, go, Power Rangers." Mind you, I'm ranked top of my clan and have prestiged 32 times in Modern Warfare 2, so Ready is my middle name. A Tardite jumps on Colossal Tard's shoulder, and he grabs 2 other Tardites in each hand by the legs, honestly stunned at the power level of this new Gigatard. No sweat for a pro like me, though. Gigatard starts spinning like a DJ, playing my mixtape at a bumpin' party. The few remaining Tards start chanting, "Steal his grape juice!" Gigatard charges me, spinning like a yo-yo. ChuckNorris.exe. I duck out of left-arm Tardite's way, but right-arm Tardite knocks me to the floor. It looks like it's the end for me. No. Think like a Tard, act like a Tard, be a Tard. I point behind them and yell, "Tendies!" as loud as I can. Colossal Tard drops the 2 Tardites and spins around, eyes wide. I channel my inner Tard and power up like a motherfucker. My mana bar reaches full power and I prepare for my special. I run and do a flying kick that hits him square in the back. Thanks for not swallowing, Mom. This is my finest hour. He barely stumbles forward but trips over the Tardite on the ground. He hits the floor and gets knocked out cold. I stare into James's soul for a while I stand over his prize fighter. Tard squad retreats back down the elevator. Whole office was watching, and I get promoted. The hot chick Megan in the office shakes my hand and congratulates me. "Megan, you dirty whore. Tell my boss I want to make a movie about today. Call it Stop the Tard." Boss declines. "Make sure none of the Tard squad gets any grape juice for a week. Go to school with large Tard population. We import them. For incoming Tards, teachers get the inside scoop. My friend's mom is a teacher, tells him to avoid the one named Michael. He wears a helmet at all times and can only grunt and say his own name, like a Pokemon. One day, strolling through the hall, I see the Tard parade on their way back to class. We had those old school metal trash cans like they used in the WWF, pick related. Out of nowhere, Michael raises one above his helmeted head and chirps gleefully, "Michael." Wranglers try to get him to stop. He gets a twinkle in his eye. "Michael." He brings the trash can down like the hammer of God on the head of a disabled kid in a wheelchair, whom we call Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels begins to chimp out in his chair as garbage rains down on the other Tards who begin honking and wailing. Michael is restrained by 4 adults, all the while with an oblivious smile on his face. Be me, 8 months ago. Work unable to employ me exceeded their yearly budget. Search for a new job. Find one the next day. High Behaviors Day program. Friends say you basically get paid to swim and go bowling. Fuck it, .wmv. Start first day, everyone is nice, learning the ropes. Get paired with one group including a bloke, Nathaniel. Literally a walking shell of a human, occasionally screams and flaps his arms, is never not dribbling. This man is simply a collection of instinctive actions. Little loud, but fuck it, he's cool. Take him to a park. Nathaniel wanders a little, arms gently flap according to wind speed and trajectory. He's alright. Turn my attention to 3 other clients for literally 30 seconds. No one told me Nathaniel is a chronic public masturbator. Enjoying the sunshine and breeze, turn around. Nathaniel, no! In the 30 seconds unsupervised, Nathaniel is pants down, on a swing, raging erection out, vigorously humping his hand while shouting, In a panic, I sprint over. Literally the biggest dick I've ever seen. I attempt to stop him, but he just gets angrier. I get a grip on his forearm, establish control, and get him the fuck away from the children's playground. Nathaniel returns to gentle moaning and arm flapping. I start to realize this day program is seriously flawed. New assignment. Take a group out for lunch in a park. Too easy.flv. 3 autistic guys and a guy in a wheelchair. The autistic guys are chill. Wheelchair man, Steve, can be abrupt at times, but I don't mind him. Arrive at the park. Children frolicking, the sun is out. Get Steve on ground level. Supplies lunch. Fuck, I get paid for this? We're sitting by 3 children playing Nintendo DS. Their parents are 40 meters away. Sitting there, feeding the gulls my bread crust. Behind me I hear a faint yet gentle, "Oh, yes." Nobody told me Steve is a pedophile. Steve has a massive hard-on, head back, eyes closed, rubbing the outside of his crotch. He has transcended into another dimension. Try not to panic, kids. Firmly say, "Steve, stop." He snaps out of his animalistic dimension. Furiously, he tells me to fuck off and I hate you. My request has interfered with his orgasm. Fuck, parents are coming, need to bail. Quickly grab the back of his wheelchair and flee. Steve won't stop screaming, all the while the head of his dick is sticking out of his trousers. Literally throw his limp body onto the bus and peel off. Be in year 9, Britfag. Changing for PE in the boys' changing room. About 30 of us changing at once. One of them was Lewis. None of us were sure what was wrong with him, possibly Asperger's. Whilst Lewis was changing, one of the boys noticed Lewis was wearing SpongeBob shorts under his school trousers. "Hey, look at Lewis's shorts, he's gay." A few people laughed, most didn't, myself included. But everyone was looking at Lewis now. Lewis stood there with a blank expression on his face. It was clear he didn't know what to do with all this attention. Out of nowhere, Lewis pulls down his shorts, revealing a flaccid penis, which must have been 10 inches long. Everyone just loses their mind, shouting and laughing at this tard's incredible package. He starts snorting like a pig. What? Due to all the commotion, the PE teacher runs in and shouts,
"What the hell is going on in here?"
Everyone goes quiet. Teacher stares at Naked Lewis. Naked Lewis stares at teacher. Eye contact. Massive erection forms in the space of 5 seconds. Raging 14 inches.
"Keep it down, boys."
Teacher walks out. Be me. Work with retards at school. Easy A. First day of trimester. Wear my cowboy Halloween costume to school. Walk in first period. Walk up to my teacher. Pull out my fake lasso. Throw it out onto Downs McGee. Whisper in teacher's ear. I'm the Tard Wrangler. Suspended for 1 week. Worth. Be me, professional Tard Wrangler. Work potato school. Most tards don't speak in an audible language, they prefer screeching. Wave. Wrangling my favorite of the tards because I like him. We will call him Chad. Cool kid.jpg. Probably doing math made for kindergartners. He is high school freshman. Chad had been student of the month for every month that I worked with him. While we were doing math, I thought it would be a good idea to look up across the classroom. Fellow Tard Wrangler was slacking off. LazyBitch.png. Insert other Tard into the class. To protect the not-so-innocent, he shall be referred to as Big Dick Larry. His dick literally looks like Larry from VeggieTales. Background on Big Dick Larry. This nigga couldn't control his bladder to save his life. When this tard needed to go, he fucking went, pants down and golden rain, no matter where he was or what the circumstances were. Also liked wearing socks on his hands like the potato he is. Also loved smacking his own head. I think he viewed his autism as a power level, and this fucker was leveling up. So as I was saying earlier, I decided to look up and stare at the lazy Tard Wrangler's glorious glutes. Dadass.fmv. At the same time, Big Dick Larry decides to rip off his pants and show off his massive 10-inch tard boner. As if this was a movie, my sister in wrangling turned around to witness the horror. This nigga decides to let the golden showers flow onto his lazy Wrangler, refusing to move his stream as a show of dominance. My assigned potato, Chad, decides to slap my arm to try and get my attention. He is laughing hysterically at the whole ordeal. The lazy Tard Wrangler with 8 out of 10 ass decides to flee the room in shame. Big Dong Billy begins smacking his head in celebration of the victory. Day goes back to normal. I love my job.